Hey guys, out there in Facebook land and YouTube land, this is Jake Mace, vegan athlete, coming to you guys live. And I'm simultaneously live here at my YouTube channel, The Vegan Athlete, which is the camera I'm looking at right now. At the same time, I'm live at the Facebook group, Urban Gardening in Arizona with Jake Mace Facebook group. Got about 30,000 members of the Facebook group and almost 100,000 subscribers here on my Vegan Athlete channel. And just so you guys know, the Vegan Athlete channel originally was going to be just a fun channel that I was going to do on the side as a joke, not really as a joke, just like as a hobby, to vent about vegan things I was experiencing and thinking in my own life so that I wouldn't alienate my martial arts, kung fu, and tai chi crowd on my main channel, which just hit 700,000 subscribers. So if you guys are on YouTube, please subscribe to both my channels, actually all three of my channels now. I have Kung Fu and Tai Chi with Jake Mace, I have Vegan Athlete, and I have Adventures with Jake and Nicole. If you guys go check out that channel, the links are, if you're on Facebook, the links are up there. Click on all those links, light them up. If you're down there on YouTube, check out the links and light them up. And I wanted to announce this incredible seminar that I just finished up and put together. I've been trying to get for months and months now. And we've got a date for a seminar with John Kohler from Growing Your Greens on YouTube and myself. We'll be teaching a 2-hour gardening seminar, workshop, and event on Saturday, January the 6th from 9 in the morning until 11 in the morning. So it's a 2-hour event. It's $30, which is like $15 a person, or $15 an hour. So you get thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of gardening knowledge. I would even say over $100,000 or more of gardening knowledge, because I have spent so much money and time on gardening over the years, and a lot of it was mistakes. And so John Kohler and I are gonna team up, give you guys a 2-hour workshop and seminar to hopefully save you guys a bunch of money and give you guys all the tools, the experience and expertise and knowledge that you need to garden successfully no matter where you're gardening. So if you're in the Phoenix area, please sign up for this event. It's only 30 bucks. And let's see here. It's gonna be at the farm at South Mountain on 32nd Street. I wanna give a big shout out to my friends Greg, Ashley, and everybody involved at the farm at South Mountain for agreeing to host this event. And I want you guys to, for sure, support their restaurants when you go there. They also have a lot of events at the farm. Check them out. We'll be there January the 6th, the first Saturday in January, 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. And you guys can go to the Facebook event. If you're on Facebook, it's right up there. Click on the Facebook event and RSVP right now. If you're on YouTube, it's right down there, the Facebook event. RSVP right now. You can pay cash at the door and just show up, or you can RSVP and sign up right now with a credit card at the link above. So reserve your spot, reserve a friend's spot, invite a friend. This is a great belated Christmas gift for those of you who forgot Christmas. You can just tell your friends or family, hey, I didn't forget Christmas. I just wanted to get you this event that's not till January. So it's a belated Christmas gift, only 30 bucks. The money's gonna go to the speakers, to John and I, not to any kind of other outside agency. So you're directly supporting John and I for doing more gardening content and getting more gardening out into the world. So John is flying out from his home in Las Vegas for this event, and he's a great speaker and a wealth of knowledge about gardening, growing food at home. And I'll be talking about permaculture, growing a food forest, fruit trees, things like that. And we'll do a meet and greet afterward. So please support this event. Share this video right now as much as you possibly can. Share this video on YouTube, share it on Facebook, tell all your friends about it, and let's get a couple hundred people to come out to the farm at South Mountain on January 6th. And big shout out to Yogi Nicole with Gypsy Soul out there. Hey, how's it going? Yogi Nicole, Gypsy Soul. And we got Deepa over here. So I got all my friends, I got my girlfriend Nicole, I've got all my friends out here joining in this live feed. And it's so much fun to do these live videos because I get to kind of interact with you guys. So I'm kind of here for the next 20 minutes to answer questions, to talk about you all, and to talk gardening. So if you guys want to submit some questions down below, let's talk. And I want to talk about one thing real quick. Was these are the 2 things that I would definitely do in your garden right now. So if you are planning on having a successful spring garden, do these 2 things right now. Before we get started, hit the like button on this video for me, hit the heart button, add it to your favorites, And if you can go check out my new YouTube channel, Adventures with Jake and Nicole, we've got a lot of new video blog type of videos and also the behind the scenes of mine and Nicole's life. And we had 1,500 people join the channel in the first 2 weeks. So check it out. We got a lot of content coming your way. The Adventures with Jake and Nicole, the links above. And the RSVP link for the gardening event coming up with John Kohler and I. And we just posted a new video to my Vegan Athlete YouTube channel. It's up there too. You can check it out, or it's down there on YouTube. So number one, if you guys are interested in gardening successfully this coming spring, I really want you guys to do these two things. Number one is get wood chips delivered to your house right now. I don't care if you're into gardening or if you're into fruit trees or if you're into permaculture or if you're into food forests. No matter what you're into, you need wood chips. You need to bring the forest to your home, okay? We have been horribly raping the earth with concrete and streets and cement and houses that spew crap into the air and companies and buildings that do all this crap. And it's amazing to me that every time I fly back to Arizona from an outside place, I see all the pools in people's backyards flying into Sky Harbor Airport. I see all the rooftops, and hardly any of them are covered with solar panels. If I was the governor of Arizona, I would make it a law. I would work with the International Building Codes, the IBC codes, and I would make it so that every newly constructed building in the Phoenix area would have to have solar on the roof, because we have companies like Tesla that now have solar-powered shingles and solar-powered rooftops. Different varieties, so you can get the actual look you want. And we have the ability to keep it in a Tesla battery pack in your garage and keep it all there on site. And Phoenix has got over 310 sunny days a year, but yet it's not a law that we have solar for our power. Are you kidding me? I mean, if you're on a coastal city, we should be doing tidal. If you're in the Midwest, or the Mideast, you should be doing geothermal. And if we're in Oklahoma, we should be doing wind. And if we're in Arizona, it should be sun, 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 okay? But equally as powerful as that, we should be teaching folks how to garden and grow their own food in their houses. So let me tell you guys one thing, wood chips. If you're going to be doing fruit trees, wood chips is how you guys can be uber successful from day one with fruit trees. It breaks down into black soil, it conserves water, it keeps the roots cool in the summer, hot in the winter. It eliminates the UV damage done by the sun on microorganisms, bacteria, and bugs. It encourages the mycelium and mycorrhizal life that's in the soil. And you have to get wood chips. I do not believe you. Somebody just said on my YouTube, Stefan, sadly, I cannot get wood chips here. That is not true. Everybody can get wood chips. You haven't thought outside the box enough yet. Everybody can get them. Unless you live in the sand dunes of some African place with no foliage at all, you can get wood chips. Unless you live in the ocean, okay? So I want you guys to please go find wood chips. Bring them to your yard. I just was with my friend Tony Kasowski. You guys saw my YouTube channel. And Tony was putting wood chips on top of the soil, in his raised bed gardens by his plants. Very good for encouraging that ecosystem in the soil. And then of course, we use 2 to 3 feet of wood chips on fruit trees so that we could bring life to the soil of the fruit trees. You guys are gonna have a hard time being successful at gardening if you just plop the plant in dirt and walk away, or if you just plop the tree in dirt and walk away, because these plants need food. And as the wood chips break down, they become food for the plants and the trees. Not only that, it conserves moisture, it smells nice, it looks nice. And if I ever get to the point coming up here very soon, where I'm going to be probably moving out of Arizona, you will see I'm going to be building a new garden somewhere that's going to be filmed and videoed from the beginning, not only gardens, but fruit trees and permaculture. And we'll go on a journey together of how I build it from scratch to food forest. So come with me on this journey, and you guys can come with me by subscribing to Vegan Athlete and to Urban Gardening with Jake Mace here on YouTube, on Facebook. Now, number 2 thing is go find a local source of compost. Okay, I would try to dissuade you guys. I do not want you to go to the big box stores. I do not want you to go to Home Depot, and I don't want you to go to Lowe's to get compost, because a lot of that is nutrient deficient. It doesn't have the nutrients that we want. We want to go find a local source of compost. And what I have found, the best way to find that is on Craigslist. You guys can go on Craigslist and find a local person who's pushing compost and find out how they're doing it. Has it been cooked long enough? Is it broken down? And can you kind of make a ball out of it in your fist, like a compost ball instead of a snowball? And I want to say hi to everybody who's commenting right now on this live video. I'm going to answer your comments in a second, so keep commenting. Maybe down below you guys can comment, what city are you watching from, so I can see where you guys are all from. And when you guys find the local source of compost, I want you to start putting that compost into your raised bed gardens or into your in-ground gardens. Okay? I want you to also go find a local source of worm castings. Go find somebody in your area that's doing worm castings, and if you can't find the person, then you got to become the person. Okay? I want you guys to start growing a worm farm or a worm tower, doing vermiculture. Okay? I'm from a city in the Netherlands. The person in the city couldn't get wood chips from the Netherlands. I was just in the Netherlands. I was just in Amsterdam and Haarlem about a month ago, and they had lots of trees there, and that means there's wood chips, so go find them. And I want to say hi to my friends out there, Dallas and David and Rick and Abdullah, and everybody out there watching my live feed here. Worm castings. Find a local source of worm castings, combine that with your compost, and put this 50-50 mix into your raised beds, your in-ground garden, unless you're totally under snow and frozen. So for those of us in California, maybe Texas, Florida, Arizona, Las Vegas, you guys can amend your beds right now with worm castings and compost. Put that stuff in there. And what that's going to do is it's going to improve the soil life. So long term, using fertilizers doesn't help you be a good gardener. Using compost, worm castings, rock dust, and some coconut fiber, coconut pith, coconut core helps a lot too. Now, what I want you guys to plant right now, if you're in Southern California, if you're in, maybe even if you're in like San Francisco, if you're in like Texas or Florida, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Tucson, all those areas that are not blanketed by snow right now, I want you guys to start planting leafy winter greens, like cabbage, like lettuce, like spinach, like kale, like broccoli, like arugula, like radish, like, let's see, what else do we have here? Maybe mizuna, maybe also dandelion greens. Maybe we can also do, let's see here, what else do I have? Yeah, that's a good start. And plant a wide variety of those. Maybe like borage. Yeah, borage, you could plant borage now, and I find that borage will germinate over the winter, and then it will start to grow into the spring and summer. But once the heat of the summer hits, borage tends to look a little stressed, but it does make it quite well. So, also plant your carrots and your beets and your chard right now. Don't forget this. If you go to the grocery store right now, they still have watermelons and cantaloupe and honeydew there. Don't eat that stuff unless you're living in the tropics, okay? Because that's the stuff that's not growing in your area right now. Yeah, cauliflower you can plant right now too. Hey to Jojo out there. Hey to Dylan out there. But if you guys plant things like peppers and tomatoes and melons right now, then they're not gonna grow because it's too cold. And those melons, tomatoes, and peppers definitely were imported from some other place that's warm right now. So I want you guys to plant your winter greens, okay, the ones I just mentioned. And that's important because the earth grows winter greens in the winter because it knows that you as a human being, you need the nutrients that the winter greens give to you to stay healthy over the winter. Why do you think that certain crops become ripe when the winter is happening? Like dates, like citrus, and like the winter greens. You should be flooding your system full of dates, citrus, and winter greens right now, and eating a ton of that stuff. That's gonna keep you healthy all winter long. I don't usually get the flu, and I also don't ever get a flu shot because I eat my winter greens and my leafy greens, and I also eat my other winter ripe vegetables from my garden right now. In the summertime, it's hot, we sweat, and we need to replenish our fluids. So that's the reason why in the summertime we eat watermelon and honeydew and cantaloupes and cucumbers and tomatoes and peppers and all that stuff. Yeah, Spain, it's orange time. It's pretty much orange time anywhere in the Northern Hemisphere, okay? So, I know that in Australia, it's summertime now, so they can eat different stuff. But if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you're gonna be eating the same stuff that I'm eating right now, which is gonna be like leafy greens, herbs, maybe even some last minute peppers if they're still on the plants, maybe some sugar snap peas and things like that. Who's next to me? There's nobody next to me. That's me in a reflection. Okay, and somebody asked, what are winter greens? Winter greens are greens that grow in the winter. You know, like I mentioned earlier, lettuces, cabbages, spinaches, kales, arugulas, things like that. All right, there are some tips for today. Oh yeah, my dog is over here too, Supai. Well, there's some tips here for today. Oh, there's Supai, there he goes. You guys just saw him. A couple other things I want to mention in this live video while I got you guys here. Sometimes I should probably have more of a filter on my brain, but I don't. I can't grow a pawpaw tree out here because it's too hot and too cold for pawpaw, but if I lived somewhere that was more neutral, I would definitely grow a pawpaw. Let's see here. Oh, I wanted to mention one thing. If you're in the Phoenix area and you live nearby, I'm interested in, as you guys saw in my previous video, I'm not living at my garden anymore, so I'm interested in staying in Arizona for the upcoming months. If anybody out there has a garden or has a home they're trying to rent, that's interested in maybe me taking care of the garden or being a renter, contact me. You guys can email me at jakemacevegan@gmail.com. You guys can message me privately here on Facebook. So Jake E. Mace is my private Facebook. You can message me or message me at the Vegan Athlete or message me at Jake Mace. And if you don't get a reply from me, it means something's wrong. I will reply to you. So try to message me at Vegan Athlete or Jake Mace or Jake E. Mace, or you can email me jakemacevegan@gmail.com. I would love to find a place that I can do some really cool videos at, that I can garden a bit and I could live at while I'm still in Arizona for the time being. I got lots of cool videos coming out for you guys this week. I'm actually way backed up. I've got like 15 or 20 videos I haven't yet edited and put out that I have to edit this week. So stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys, hello out there to Henry, and hello out there to everybody else, to Tim and Dick and Park and Pagan and Lander and Andrea, everybody who's out there. If you want to know what's going on with my garden, things like that, I have previous videos on my channel. Go check them out. You guys can watch those videos. Hey, Vanessa. Let's see here. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Edmundo. If any of you guys are interested in finding more of what I do throughout the entire day, a good way to find out what I'm doing is join my Snapchat, Jake Mace Tai Chi. My Snapchat is Jake Mace Tai Chi, and join my Instagram. My Instagram story, I always have like 20 or 30 stories every day on there. You guys can check out what I'm eating, what I'm doing, how I'm working out, all the things that I'm doing. So go check out my Instagram story. Vanessa, your family is laughing. Why are they laughing? Let's see here. Who else is out there? Henry's giving me hugs. Thank you so much. AS loves my Kung Fu channel. Thank you very much. Papa says hi. Hey, Papa. Let's see here. We also say hi to Joao. Pedro. Let's see here. Olive trees. Yeah, you guys plant olive trees right now. Oh, if you're going to plant a fruit tree right now, it's a great time to do it, but just don't over water it, okay? If you're planting a fruit tree, plant the fruit tree in your spot. Use the Mace's Mix method you guys have seen in my videos on YouTube. Go check it out. And then water the tree once, cover it with some mulch and walk away, because you don't want to water that fruit tree too much in the wintertime. You'll rot the roots. Let's see here. Jenna has me on Snapchat, Instagram, loves my videos. Thank you so much. Daniel is in Poland. Hello there to Poland. Let's see here. Celeste wants to know what happened to my garden. Well, you can check out my previous video from a week or two ago. Check that out. You can learn about me here. And Lander, starting a food forest. That's awesome. Christina's in Cave Creek, and nice to meet you. Lauren, is there any particular manure you recommend, or any manure? Asking it again because it'll be buried in comments. Yeah, I don't ever do manures. Excuse me. This is live and I can't edit this stuff out. So I don't normally do manures at all. The only manure I do is worm castings, and that's debatable whether it's a manure or not. I don't use horse manure, cow manure, things like that. It's tough. I want to say that I'm not against manures, but I am against manures if the animals had to suffer. And a lot of times, animals have to suffer. If you're dealing with any animal products at all, it doesn't matter if it's leather or meat or dairy or honey or their poop or their crap. If there's profit to be made from animals, the animals will always suffer. Honestly, they really will. And anybody who wants to argue that, you're in the wrong. So ethically, I don't know if manures are cool. But also, you don't need manures to have good soil. You need broken down organic matter, like broken down leaves, wood chips, things like that. You need worm castings. You need minerals, like the rock dust in the azomite that we use. And you need something that will retain the moisture, like the coconut core, coconut pith. You could use peat moss, but peat moss is not renewable. It's like oil, and it's going to be gone. So use coconut core, because coconut core is highly renewable, and it will come back season after season. Let's see here. Chinyeri says, hope your day is going well. I hope your day is going well as well. Have you ever heard of Farming Simulator? I have not. You and Kohler helped me out a lot because similar climate in Houston. That's awesome. Is it because of landfill? I don't know about the landfill. What are you talking about here, Lauren? If you can ask me one more time. What do you do with the chicken poop? Yeah, so if you're raising chickens, in my garden, so I rescue chickens and they poop. So if you're adopting chickens and they're your own pets and your own family, then when you clean out that coop, put it in your fruit trees. I just would sprinkle it in the mulch of the fruit trees and let the rain just wash it in. But I didn't put the chicken poop like in my compost next to my lettuce. I didn't want that harsh chicken manure in there. So I would put it in my fruit trees in the mulch. Let's see here. Hello to everybody else. Use peat moss while you still can. No, philosopher bees, don't use peat moss while you still can. Leave it in the forest. Oh my God. I use rabbit manure, that's good. When I used to have chubs, you guys know my rabbit Chubbs passed away about a year ago, and before Chubbs passed away, we used to always use Chubbs's pellets in the garden. Let's see here. And if you guys don't have any more questions, it's hard. On Facebook, I have to answer the questions after the live video is over because Facebook's been really horrible lately on interacting during the live video. I can't interact. There's no comments. I can just see Abdullah and Jojo and Rick and Deepa. I can't see anything else. So I have to go back into Facebook later at the Urban Gardening in Arizona with Jake Mace group, and I have to answer the comments later. So join my Facebook group. And here on my friend Jason Vandenbem just joined the Facebook group. That's cool. Leo the Tortoise is doing well as far as I know. Thanks for answering also, huge help. No problem, Lauren. My chickens, originally I rescued them from a friend of mine. I was friends with Roger Klein and the Peacemakers. You guys know that band? Roger Klein and his wife and his kids. I was friends with their family, and I was teaching the kids martial arts, and I adopted their chickens because they didn't want them anymore. So, hey to Damien. I also just would use Craigslist. I would go on Craigslist. There's always chickens that folks can no longer house. They need a rescuer. I would go in there, I'd rescue them, pay them like 10 bucks a chicken or something, or 15 bucks a chicken. Usually I would go there at night, rescue the chicken, and then at night, bring the new chickens to my existing flock of chickens. And then when they woke up in the morning, feed them an epic breakfast, and then they're pretty much cool with each other. If you guys just throw the chicken in there, the existing chickens will probably kill the new one. They're very territorial, so I always do it at night. Yeah, alpaca manure, but here's the thing. If you're dealing with alpacas, they might be abused, or they might be, in a bad climate compared to how they're supposed to be naturally, and all these people who are saying, oh, they're raised ethically. Well, no, they're not. If they're confined against their will, whether they're from birth or whatever, they're not being raised ethically. So if you save the alpaca from somewhere and it's already unable to go into the wild, and you saved it, and it's your friend, and it's your pet, and you don't make money off it, then I think you should for sure use their manure. But if you're just buying or getting free alpaca manure, I don't think that's very ethical in my opinion, and I can argue that with you guys later. Let's see here. Chiniri, would love to see you and Nicole start a garden. So would I. I would love that, and we will. So if you guys join my new YouTube channel, Adventures with Jake and Nicole, we will start a garden together. We're also going to go on some epic adventures coming up. I was actually in a pretty transformative state this past year, and especially earlier in the year, before I knew Nicole, I was planning on just kind of pulling a Forrest Gump, and I was going to just go for a walk across the US. I met a couple of people who had done that, actually 3 people who had done that. One did it on a bicycle, 2 did it on foot, and I was really inspired by them, and I was going to go and just go on a walk, and I was going to do a daily YouTube video blog of my experience walking across the United States from east to west, north to south, and I still might do that coming up. It could be at any moment. You guys don't know. I could all of a sudden just throw all this stuff away and begin walking. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a little more stable than that. But I have another plan to do something really exciting and incredible and life-changing with Nicole. So if you guys check out my Vegan Athlete channel here, coming up, we're gonna be doing some incredible adventures, not only here on Vegan Athlete, but also with Adventures with Jake and Nicole. We put 20 videos out so far. We got over 1,500 subscribers, and we've got 50,000 views just in the first 2 weeks alone. We're making no money off that channel because it's brand new, so please watch it and share it and like it and subscribe to the new channel with Jake and Nicole. And there's no ads on it yet. There's no commercials. We haven't even engaged the monetization yet, so you can watch them ad-free right now and just check them out, okay? Let's see here. No, I don't eat eggs, Lander. Of course, I wasn't raised vegan, so I've eaten all meat, but I've been vegan since I was 19, and I do not eat eggs right now. There was a period when I adopted my chickens and rescued them that I didn't understand why you couldn't eat eggs, and I talked about that in a previous video, but I do not eat eggs right now. And honey, I have other opinions about that, which I talked about in last week's video, so go check it out. It's virtually impossible to raise bees without killing them every single day. Like when I was raising bees, you take a lid off the beehive, you put it back on, and you smush 5 bees every time. So I think that the beehive I just saw called the flow hive, which is self-contained, you just tap it and the honey pours out. If you can somehow use a beehive like that, where the bees don't get killed, you're not recycling a queen every year, you're just kind of letting the bees live. See, most beekeepers, they kill the queen every year and bring in a new one because the worker bees will produce more honey for a queen, for a young queen than an old queen. And they usually feed them a steady diet of sugar water. So if you can raise your bees in nature where they pollinate the surrounding trees in the area, if you could get one of those flow hives where you don't kill the bees when you open and close it, and if you can leave the majority of the honey for the bees so they can eat it in hibernation and you only take the excess, that's a much more sustainable, ethical way of raising bees. So anyways, pretty much don't eat honey unless you have seen how the bees are treated in person, you know the name of the beekeeper. Yeah, it's really horrible for bees. Let's see here. That's it, you guys. I'm gonna go back in there and read the comments here. I want you guys to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to my channels, both here on Facebook and YouTube. Go down below on YouTube and up top on Facebook and click on all the links and RSVP to the John Kohler and Jake Mace seminar coming up here quick on January the 6th, the first Saturday in January at 9 a.m. You guys don't want to miss this. These are 2 of the most passionate gardeners in the world. I'm not trying to be conceited. I'm just trying to say I'm very passionate about gardening. I've got about 100,000 subscribers on my gardening channel, which is also about vegan food. And John Kohler has almost 500,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. He's the top internet YouTube gardening guru. I know you guys have all learned from John Kohler in the past, as I have. So please go to the event that's in the description or that's up above and click on it, RSVP to it, and sign up right now, and let's come and meet me on January 6th at 9 a.m. at the farm at South Mountain. and meet John Kohler. John Kohler is also bringing free ashitaba seeds for everybody who comes to the event. So if you want to get this rare Japanese leafy green, that's a wild leafy green, incredibly healthy for your body, come to the seminar. John's bringing free ashitaba seeds to everybody who comes. It's only 30 bucks. It'd be the best money you've ever spent. It would be a crucial investment to giving you those green thumbs and making you a successful gardener from day one. I love you guys. Go vegan and grow your food at home. I'm gonna end these live broadcasts, and the next one, I'll come to you guys live from either a vegan food live video or a garden. The last video I was addressing some of my personal life, which I didn't want to do, but I had to, I felt, and the video before that was at a beautiful garden, so check out my previous live videos, and the next live video will be from a garden or a vegan food place. I love you guys. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you guys next time. Or I'll see you on January 6th. Comment now. I'll get down there and I'll talk to you guys in the comments.